Hello, one and all. Welcome. My name's Will.
I'm Jamie.
And this is the Duality podcast,
where we talk about anything, everything, and
not a damn thing.
nothing. And we're uniquely qualified to talk about
Crap.
And we will talk about crap, but good crap.
Good crap? Is there?
Yeah.
Is that a thing? Is that a thing? Good crap?
Maybe.
Sorry, I have to keep one ear uncovered in case Kitty Cat comes up so she don't scare the shit out of me.
Kitty Cat. Oh, I can see that. Hey, remember I told you that I was looking to see if I could see the video? I can.
You can see what?
The video. The video.
Well, yeah, I told you. You probably could.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I don't really care. You know, you
I don't
can
need
see
it
or not.
So normally right now, we would have had we'd say, hey, I'm Will, I'm Jamie. You know, that we talk about anything, everything, and nothing, and blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden we go,
yeah. We're just going to pretend we did it.
And then we come back and we're like, hey, buddy, what's going on? What's going on?
I forgot. We got so hung up on the other stuff.
Well,
that I didn't get to, because we'll get into this, but
yeah, we're gonna get into it.
We both, got new setups this week, so we're both trying to get our stuff together.
I hope mine looks better than it. I mean, like I can't, because you got things running a little bit differently, so I'm not sure if it does. I'm hoping it does. I hope I look better. I mean, there's only so much I can do.
You running your camera
up? Highest it can be, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
Why? I
was just curious. No, I don't want to change the damn thing. We're too late. You got a whole hour before the show. Look, there's Nachos. He's in to say hello.
Man. Hello, Nachos. What are you doing? He says, what the hell? What does he mean, what the hell?
I don't know what he's talking about. He just talks shit.
Well, that is true. So, anyways, but yes, it's been about 3 weeks. We were trying to figure out what one of the last things we were talking about, and I couldn't remember, but I know that we talked about. We probably did talk about WandaVision, didn't we?
Yeah.
Ending.
I can't remember what I said.
It was after the end of WandaVision, so we talked about WandaVision. But there's been a lot of stuff that's finished and been done since then, like Falcon and Winter Soldier, which we're going to talk about tonight. A little Kong versus Godzilla.
Godzilla.
Is that racially insensitive?
Do you think anybody that's not white watches this? Just kidding. That was pretty funny, though.
This is true.
It's probably true. I know.
We've got some Scottish people.
We do, but they're white too.
Okay. Really white.
I know we have some Pinoys, but they don't get offended by anything, so we can say whatever we want.
Gotcha. I gotcha. And then, of course, last week, Mortal Kombat came out.
Yeah.
So, you know what we talked about last week too, or last episode too? I think we talked about Justice League. We did. We
talked about the
4-hour marathon movie.
Schneider cut. And there's something really super important. I know Jamie's going to tell us all about this week. He's also going to talk to us in great detail about this new awesome movie that came out called Thunder. What is it? Thunder Squad or Thunder?
What?
What was it called? Come on, help me out, chat. What was that name of that movie that came out? Thunder Squad or Thunder Lips? What was it called?
Thunder Lips was Hulk Hogan's character
it was
from
something Thunder. It just came out.
Rocky 3. Was it the one? Is it one with the 2 girls in it?
Yeah.
Nope. Whoa, easy there, buddy. Easy there, Nachos.
What did he say? Thunder thighs?
Not video. Nope, he did not say thunder thighs.
I'm not on that screen right now. I'm trying to find this.
It's a Thunder Sea.
Oh, wow. Sea. Yeah, that's
he went right there. He went right there. Videodrome, not it.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, Thunder something.
Thunder. I don't know what
Everybody
you're talking
hated
about.
it. Thunder.
From Down Under?
No, it was.
From Under Cheese?
I can't remember the name of the actor. I can't remember the name of the movie now. I wrote it on something.
Well, what makes you think that I watched it?
Because you would watch this movie. I'm just kidding. I didn't think you watched it. You didn't mention it.
Well, I'm trying to think. If you could figure out what it is and let me know.
I can't remember that chick's name.
Are you
Nachos
talking
knows
about?
what it is.
You talking about Melissa McCarthy?
Yeah, that one. What movie
And
was she just in?
her and there's another chick with her in the movie, and they're like some kind of space force sort of
Yeah, Thunder Force.
Thunder Force. That's
See,
it.
I told you
I've
it was
not
Thunder.
seen it. I've not seen it. Did
What?
you see it?
You didn't see
You-
it?
You watched it?
Yeah, I watched it.
Did you enjoy every minute of it?
Not even one. I don't think there was.
Was it at least were there at least some funny parts to it?
That's the problem with the movie. There was no funny parts really. I
How
mean,
can it
nothing
not
made
be
me
funny?
laugh.
It's got
Nothing-
Melissa McCarthy in it.
I know, that's what I thought too, and I was like, but nothing really made me laugh. There was nothing funny. I mean,
Oh.
there was stuff that was kind of like silly,
Well,
but
yeah.
I expected to get at least a couple belly chuckles out of it, and I did not.
Nothing.
I got
huh?
nothing. So I guess you can watch that for next time, man. But
Yeah, Thunder. So what
Thunder
you're saying
Force.
is you are requisitioning me to watch that
you have
movie.
to suffer as I did.
Suffer what? I mean, like I know that I made you watch Tiger King.
Well,
That was almost a year ago. You know,
but
that
see,
was
you
almost
still
a year
owe me.
ago.
You still owe me. Well, I just think you have to watch it just because I don't want people to think I'm just hating. I love Melissa McCarthy and the other actors. I just can't remember anybody's names, but I just didn't find any of it that humorous.
Isn't it the chick from like Nailed It, that TV show?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't watch that, whatever it is. Nailed It. So I don't know.
Well, it's a like a show that comes on like one of those used to be called summer replacement shows,
Yeah.
where they would come out and they would only run for it's like a Netflix show. So let me look up Thunder Force.
Thunder Force. You got it. You helped me figure out the second half of that.
What's the chick's name? Oh, it's Octavia Spencer.
Oh,
for crying out loud.
yeah. That's
I
right,
mean,
yeah.
you can't be hating on Octavia Spencer.
I'm not
okay?
hating on him at all. I just don't.
Her. That's a her.
No, I'm not hating on them. I'm not hating on the movie at all. Either actor, they're both good. And there were some other ones in there.
Jason Bateman?
Jason Bateman's in there.
Jason
Yeah.
Bateman?
But
Yeah.
even the stuff that he did, I just didn't find it all that.
Okay.
It was kind of, I don't know. It was kind of like poorly done 80s humor.
Okay.
Didn't even make me like.
Because she's done some pretty funny movies in the past, like Spy, done a lot of
funny stuff,
and whatever. It's just some ones that I think what it is she's lost a little bit of weight, and so she
lost her sense of humor. Went out.
She must have. It must have like
out with her.
I was fat and funny. Now I'm not fat and funny. Hey,
yo,
Darlena.
There's Darlena and Bryson.
Hey, what's up, Bryson?
He just came because I'm representing.
You repping his
I'm
cause
representing the racing team. So
gotcha.
I wish I could show you a picture. He just painted the car. He got the car all fixed up. Nice. But anyway, I guess we should just get into the IRLs. I guess if you want to tell your story or whatever,
we can. Well. One of the reasons why we don't have all of our stuff ready tonight is because you have a new computer, okay? And
who, me?
You, and
me.
in your infinite generosity, you hooked a brother up.
Yeah, you're welcome, Nachos.
Woo. And
I don't want Bryson to know I gave away a nice PC.
No, you didn't. You bequeathed it.
Well,
bequeathed it.
I donated it to the podcast cause
Yeah.
and
Yes.
and gaming because somebody I know needs to game more because he's just driving me freaking nuts that he doesn't play anything.
Well, I'd play some things,
This is
but I
like a
just don't play
gaming
it.
channel. We're on a gaming channel, and half of
Uh-huh.
the team doesn't play any fucking video
I
games.
play. I have a life. Okay.
Oh, here we go. Here we
I
go.
have
You're
an.
gonna
I have
start
a
a
life.
fight right on the
I
stream.
have an Earl. No, I'm just kidding.
You're
I'm
gonna
kidding.
you're gonna start a fight right on the stream. Are you trying to tell me I have no life?
I'm just, no, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Well, I have. Let's put. Okay, maybe not. It's not a. I have a wife.
Oh.
Put it that way. You can't fight that.
That's your own stupid ass did that. You need to.
Well, somebody's got to. I got to have a sugar mama.
What,
I mean,
she's
come
got
on.
the money too. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah, that's right. You are the stay-at-home
I was.
hubby.
I'm not now, but
Well, close enough. I mean, you're just teaching school.
oh yeah, horrible. Yeah, middle schoolers.
Anybody could do that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 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 I broke up a fight this week. It was
Ooh.
fun.
How did you break
Yeah, I
it
mean,
up? Did you tackle them?
no, they were like wee bitty fellas.
You know what I like
Seventh
about the
graders.
way we have this set up this week, though,
What's that?
is now when I talk, the little green thing goes over to my screen, and when you talk, the little green thing goes over to your screen.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of neat.
You like that?
Sorry,
I mean,
got
that's
totally
just like
distracted.
the normal setup. See what people see, and that's what I was trying to explain is that since you have a new setup and I have a new setup here at my house, we haven't gotten all the stages and everything
The
set up
bells
in
and
your
whistles
stuff.
are not all
The
on
bells
yet.
and whistles, the cool graphics, with the duality thing.
Yeah, see, and I
and
can't do it
and
during
the boxes
the show
where it
'cause-
kind of puts us in there and like there.
Yeah, I can't do it now because if I do, then I have to switch the stage and it'll change for them, So it's just like, we don't. I can do it later. I just didn't think about it. We were so busy trying to work out some other issues with the way the video, because I wanted to go to this video that we're doing now, and which like I said, I like it. The only problem I have with it is that the background to Discord is black, so you can't key it out, because otherwise I could put an image behind us. So I mean, you can key out black, but then it tries to key out our chairs,
everything,
the microphones, you know, the TV screen. It's too much. So, I wish. I don't know. Maybe Discord will do something about that someday, because that would be nice. Well, it would be nice if they'd allow you in Discord just to turn on like the to make the background of the video chat green or blue, whatever green.
Yeah.
You know, that color green. They might or just let you pick a color, because you don't want it to be the same color as this green thing that lights up on the chat window here, because otherwise it'll key that out too.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it could be another color. I mean, most of the recording software nowadays, you can pick a color. You don't have to have it green or blue. You can have they could let you make it hot pink, and then you could key out all the hot pink, or just something that I know typically we have a lot of hot pink stuff, but
yeah, absolutely,
it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know, but anyway, go back to what you were talking about. Sorry.
No, so that's the reason why we don't have all the fancy graphics and everything like that, because Will helped me pull myself into 2019 at least
2018, 19.
2018, 2019.
Yeah, you're around there somewhere.
Let's put it this way. It was back in 2013 that I got my computer that I had been using. Okay, I had upgraded my video card. What happened was,
what happened was what?
What had happened was I got a new video card, but it wasn't high end, because I couldn't run.
It wasn't terrible though. I did compare it to mine, and it's not. Terrible.
It's not terrible, but the computer processor speed was real slow though. It was like an old AMD Athlon, like something way early. Yeah. And I had been looking, and the funny part was that, Will, you knew that I was complaining because of my one time how long it took me to
Load
boot up
some.
my
Oh yeah, your computer.
my computer
It
and
took like
everything.
4 weeks.
And
You had to
it was
start
like
like 3 weeks before the show.
it would take me about 12. It would literally take me 12 minutes to boot my computer up. And then you were
12
like,
minutes, yeah.
and I was telling you that that I was looking to get a new computer, and I was just having trouble, like I didn't know what to get or what I should do, and I was kind of getting aggravated about it. And there's a couple times I wanted to do it, and you were like, you ought to just wait. You were just saying you ought to just wait, and then all of a sudden,
Well,
that
right
came
now,
in
the
the-
only way you're going to get a computer is if you buy a pre-built. You're not going to,
yeah,
if you want to build one, this isn't the time.
yeah,
So, because you're either going to get ripped off or you're just going to have to wait for,
yeah.
2022 is looking about when things might start getting back to normal as far as computer stuff. But yeah, but unless you buy a pre-built, and
Yeah.
like I said, you can, and even some of the pre-builts, unless it's a pre-built that's a good name, a big name that actually has some clout and can pull some strings, you're still not going to get a good You're not going to get a 30 series or 3000 series or whatever they call that.
No, there was a couple of them that I was looking at that was like, I mean, to get something that I wanted, I was looking at, $1,800, $2,000
An
almost.
18-year-old blonde, is that what you said?
No, no,
That's old enough.
Yes. So, sorry, honey.
Oh yeah, Donna wants your old computer, by the way.
Does she?
Yeah.
Well, I have the box where you sent me that in. I mean, does FedEx ship over there?
I don't know, Donna. You're gonna have to PM Jamie your address. Maybe he can see if he can send you that.
I wondered if her actual if she could use the video.
I mean,
card.
she is one of your biggest fans. You might as well just send it to her.
I mean, I'm just saying that the processor speed's not great on it, but maybe her computer's newer.
She says she's using a speak and spell. So.
Well, or like one of those Tandy. Remember the Tandy computer that attached to your TV back when we were kids? A little black thing.
I think the computer Jamie has does speak Scottish, so you should be fine.
Yeah. Aye.
Oi. Yeah.
You got a Mac Pro? Oh, forget it. Never mind. She says she got a Mac Pro.
The shipping would, yeah. Well, that was the one thing that was expensive about. So basically, what happened? Just to elaborate, what had happened was that a year or two ago, I don't know, probably about a year and a half ago, I bought a new computer for gaming, and then it was pretty good. It's got a 280, it's just got a 280 RTX in it, NVIDIA. It's got a lot of memory. It's got 16 gig and all that. But then Nacho's got a cooler computer than me.
Then you had to get another one.
So then I was mad. So then I just said, screw that. I'm getting a better one. So I got this other one, and it actually had a 2080 Ti in it and 32 gig of RAM, and it's got SSDs all over the place. And I actually changed out some of the parts and made it all SSD, which is what Jamie also did. Yeah. Because since I already had done that to the computer that I sent him, when I sent it to him, I wanted the drive that was in it because it's a 2 terabyte drive. So I kept that drive and I put an older, spinning hard drive in there for him. And that was fine too. That would have been just fine. But when I was talking to Jamie, I was telling him about the speed differences between the SSD and the spinnies.
You think?
And yeah, so he bought into it. So he bought himself an SSD for the computer's name used to be Talon when I had it, but now its name is the Force, you said?
The Force.
So,
or TF. Yeah, well, just to give you a good idea of literally, and I'm not kidding, that my old computer would take 12 minutes to boot up from beginning all the way until everything was all loaded and it was all ready to go. Okay. It would take about between 10 and 12 minutes, depending upon what was loading or what had to update.
That thing needs an SSD in it as well, probably.
Probably, but and that probably would speed up a ton. But what I did was I hooked up this, and it had so it's got two SSD drives, and the boot drive is an SSD, 500 gig SSD, and it now takes 19.6 seconds. 19.6 seconds, not 12 minutes. To get everything up and running. Now I'm one of these people. I turn off stuff in the startup screen that I don't like, Microsoft Teams and all that kind of crap. So,
what year?
Nice, Ben. So
good going, Ben. What year Mac you talking about there, Scotty?
Scotty.
Yeah, Scotty.
I need more power, Captain. Sorry.
No, Captain needs more power. Scotty's got to give him more power.
Yeah. Yes, you're right.
I don't have it, Captain.
I got all the power I can give you.
Yeah.
It's everything I've got.
I need more, Scotty. 2015? Well, that's not horrible. 20. Yeah, 20. I thought did they come out? I don't. I've only dealt with 2012s and 2017s and 19s and so.
Yeah. So anyways, imagine my surprise when I got it. I pulled it out of the box. I made sure. It had packing galore in it.
You pulled it out.
I pulled and it took me a little bit of time because.
What about the computer? What'd you do with it?
That's what she said.
I'm an asshole.
No, okay.
I know. Thank you.
No. So I pulled. I had gotten a mount that I could mount both the SSD
you
drive.
Mounted it?
It's like talking to nachos. Anyways, so I got a mount, put the SSD drives in there. Took me longer to actually put the little screws in there, with my little screwdriver set, to get it all locked in there.
I didn't know you were going to mount it.
And then, are you done now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right. I know. I'm walking into all this, Ben, but I'm just trying to me explain.
Last time.
I'm just trying to explain. Okay. So it took me longer to get it all ready to go into the computer than it did, because literally I just replaced things and snapped things, and it was like, and then I plugged it in and turned it on,
and it worked.
And it was like, wait a minute.
He called me or he texted me and said it works. I said, well, no shit.
Well, you and I. Well, let's be clear. Let's be clear. I was on my phone. We were video chatting for about an hour, just like checking out. Hey, so what's going on? Because I was a little. I was a little nervous because I've not dealt with anything like putting in a new. I put the video card in. I felt confident that I could put the SSD drive in, but I wasn't sure how. And you talked me through some things like making sure that I made folders and directories. So I could.
Yeah, I just didn't want you to get into trouble later. Not that you probably would never get into trouble later, but I just know it's better not to have a bunch of shit in the room. Even if you look at your Windows, computer on the root directory, it's mostly folders. There's no loose files in there.
Yeah.
There might be a couple here and there, but mostly it's just folders. So I was just telling you, let's go one step further, go one folder in, and then you'd have all your folders. That way, because back in the day, and I don't know that this is a thing anymore, it probably isn't, but back in the day, you could only have a limited number of entries in the root, and it was 500. And back in the day, I'd make a hard drive or whatever, and you'd have a second drive, and sure enough, you fill it up with a bunch of stuff, and then all of a sudden it's telling you, I can't save here, and I can't do this, and I can't do that. And you're like, what the hell? So, but anyway, that was a long time ago, probably, 30 years ago. But anyway, it was a while back.
It's probably changed a little bit since then,
It's
right?
probably, maybe it's 600 now. I don't know, but.
Yeah, fine.
I just didn't want you to have that problem, so I just was trying to, just give you some pointers.
So now that it had a 500 gigabyte terabyte, 500 gigabyte solid
Boot
state
drive,
drive in
yeah.
there, boot drive, and I bought a 2 terabyte
Data drive.
gaming a drive to put games and applications and things on. So it
Yeah.
would so I wouldn't have to take that up space off of that 500 gig drive.
Yeah, leave that for
Anyways,
your OS.
I mean, and the other thing too, and what the amazing part with me is, I think when you knew when I was talking to you, was that I turned it on and everything's working. I'm like, I'm looking down at the computer going, this thing ain't making no noise. Is it supposed to be making noise?
That's what you were tripping about.
And
Okay.
yeah, because my old computer that's sitting over here, when I would turn that thing on, I mean, the fans go,
Yeah, it sounds like a jet.
yeah, and it would take a little bit of time for it to kind of cool down, and I could turn the little thing up or down, the little fan speeds or whatever. This one, I don't even hear it. Like I said, I don't hear it running. I mean, I can see the fancy little lights on the side, and I'm gonna put it up on the little shelf where I have my computer over here, so it can show that.
Yeah, when you got to unplug.
I told my wife I was gonna do that. She was like, looked at me like, "You're gonna do what?"
That thing is huge, man. That was a 32-pound baby.
It is a good maybe 8 inches longer than my old one, and a good 2 inches taller.
I have
you
issues.
know what? Well, you know what it is.
What?
You know what it is.
What it is?
Need to get out of the house a little bit more
what?
right now. Hey, and it turns out
maybe I should get outside.
Vaccinated, so you.
Well, the problem is though is I can't drink no more. So now I don't even want to go to the bar. Like, what am I going to do? Just sit there and drink water?
You pet your kitty cat.
Well, that's not getting out. That's just petting the kitty cat. She does. She lets me know when she needs those things. I don't even have to pay attention. I just do my thing, and then when she's ready, she appears in front of me. And then it's time for me to do whatever it is she's looking for.
Yeah, well, that's good. But anyways, so in the end, I'm hoping that with my processor speed, I mean, I also tell you that my old computer, when I would run speed tests, I usually only got like my internet connection here is a 450 download and 20 upload. And I mean, for me, that's as fast as I can get here. That's faster than a lot of people get. A lot of people get maybe some more upload, but for the most part, when I plugged this one in, it went right to 450. I mean, 430, 440, 450, something in there, and 2021 upload. So it was as fast as it could go. And I'm wondering,
your network card in the other machine's probably not as good as mine's. The network card you have now is probably a gigabit. I'm pretty sure it is because, like I told you, I don't screw around when I buy computers. I make sure it's got every single thing. Well, I mean, I deal with networks all the time, so I know what you need as far as networking and the parts that you need and speedy things and So
Well, that's the thing is that I feel like I'm hoping that the video quality that I'm sending you might be a little bit better than what it used to be too. So my face can't change. That's never going to change. This is me, buddy, right there. Beautiful. But I'm hoping that the video quality of what I'm sending you might be better. I don't know, because in the past there was lag, latency issues, So
I'm gonna turn up my light. There we go.
Turn up your light. Can't see you.
Dark. I was feeling a little dark there. Feeling like I had a tan on half my face.
Well, you do, and that's the thing. I feel like a little bit we've when we're doing this, we're like stripped down to like bare bones. We don't have fancy stuff behind us and all that, but kind of the goal of what we're doing now is trying to just sit and talk. We're not really, because before we were like putting together like a ton of like papers and all kinds of weird. You were putting in time putting together a whole document. Now we're just saying, hey, we're going to talk about 2 or 3 things, and if we get done in an hour, fine. If we get done a little bit longer than that, fine.
You can ask. I don't know, Highlander. Tell Jamie whether or not he should watch Thunder Force, because I'm sure that Highlander's watched it.
Thunder Force.
If Highlander gives you a pass, we'll let you have a pass, maybe. But I still think you should suffer.
He's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. He would never let me.
You
have
like that? Thank you, Highlander. He likes my microphone.
I know. I mean, that is a fancy
And it's
shirt.
even got the Shure logos on there, so you can see it. Is it
See-
forward to you, or does it look backwards to you?
It's forward.
So it says Shure, and
It says sure.
Okay. To me, it looks backwards, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it
Yeah.
says Shure or not.
My shirt's the same way to me. It looks backwards to me, like
it's
it,
forward
like
to me.
this right
Okay.
here. The tit is on the wrong side for you.
That's what I thought you were talking about when you were talking about you were doing this to the computer. I thought you were playing with its titties.
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Just checking.
No.
So
anyways.
so he got that. So I've had this other computer, really haven't been using it, and I had an external streaming device already, and I thought, well, I could try to hook it up on the external one. It does 1080p at 60 frames, which is more than enough for a podcast. So he says it's straight comedy. I don't know what that means exactly.
See, I think he's being a little disingenuous. He wants me to watch it because I should have to.
Did you laugh? Did you actually laugh anytime during the movie Highlander? That's what I want to know. Because I was I was struggling, trying to find funny parts, and I just couldn't.
Funny parts. I was laughing trying to find the funny parts.
I don't know.
He said he's not kidding. He said he ain't kidding.
Yeah, but he didn't say whether he laughed or not.
At some
things. He
things,
laughed
not
at
all.
some things. Okay. Yeah, okay. Like I said, the only thing that I can even think of that's remotely funny is there was a fight scene where something bad happens to what's his name? What'd you say that actor's name was? The one that's from the old
Jason Bateman?
Yeah, Bateman. Something bad happens to him, and I found that slightly amusing. But that was it. That got like a and that was it. That was the most I got. And maybe my sense of humor is just too different, because I watch a lot of raunchy stuff. I don't know, but I kill a lot of people in video games. I mean, I just have a different kind of sense of humor. I mean, I laugh whenever somebody's head explodes, when I shoot them with a shotgun and their body splits into all these parts. I think that shit's hilarious. But
and we're going to be talking about some stuff like that a little bit.
You will, because I do have some cyberpunk info.
Yeah. So anyways, so we had this switching around of computers, and I'm eternally grateful to Will for I was amazed. It's an amazing act of generosity. I don't know if it's going to get you anything beyond that, but
I'm probably still going to hell, Jamie. Don't even.
Made you okay, but
I'm pretty sure I have a spot right next to the big guy.
I'm grateful for your.
By the
your
big
act of
guy, I mean
kindness.
Nachos. I'm probably like the next seat down from him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's probably right.
Yeah.
Because he said some stuff before. I'm pretty sure that.
Oh yeah, he's going to hell.
Guaranteed.
He's going to hell.
Okay. All right, he's guaranteed himself.
Oh, he's going to hell. There's no doubt.
All right. So anyways, so hey, you got vaxxed, I heard.
Yeah, so did you, right?
I'm fully. I've got mine. I'm fully. As some people would say, poisoned. Some people would say vaccinated.
I don't. Yeah, it was no different than getting a flu shot, really, for me.
Yeah,
it's like it was more like a tuberculosis shot because the pain is you had to endure a little bit of pain for a day or two. But it wasn't like I've had worse where they give you a shot and like you can't move your freaking arm. But I figured, when I was in the hospital, they stuck me with so many needles and just dosed me up with all kinds of stuff. I'm probably immune to pretty much everything. I could probably walk into a radiated room and live. So
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I'm just saying. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Well, that's good. Well, yeah, I've been vaccinated, and there's a lot of different viewpoints of it, but I just work in an environment with bunches of little germ machines, and yeah, I mean, it didn't hurt. I mean, I didn't get sick or anything like that from it. I mean, I did get I got the COVID, and I'm still having residual issues from like with my taste and smell.
Oh yeah, because you actually
still not right.
The disease,
yeah, because I actually got COVID. So, but I'm glad you got because you had underlying things.
I have, mostly,
Yeah, and you still do. Yeah,
mostly probably just weight now, but I was diabetic for a while and stuff like that.
yeah,
So
yeah. Well, you also, I mean, your company in Colorado was pretty aggressive on what they were allowing people to do and not allowing people to do.
mhm.
So but you just now kind of started really venturing out
Going back
anyways
to work,
because of work. But now that you're vaccinated, that's great. But I'm just going to say, just keep wearing your mask. I do it too. People ask me all the time, "Are you fully vaccinated? Why are you wearing a mask?" Because I'm walking. It's not 100%. Nothing is 100%.
You can still
Yeah,
carry it, even if you're
yeah.
not going to give it
Well,
to yourself. You can still
some
give it to somebody else.
you know that I'm a conservative, right? But there's a lot of my brethren that just can't handle the idea that you could carry it. I'm just saying. So I don't argue with them anymore. It's like, listen, it is what it is. If you want to
Well,
do
you
it,
can
do it.
carry
If you don't,
crabs too, and the only way you're going to give it to somebody else is if you have sex with them. So,
True.
same
That's
thing.
the truth. I mean, can you? Is it true that you can? Can you drown the crabs? Because I saw that in a movie in The Last American Virgin. They were trying to drown the crabs. Is that not true? Okay.
Nope, they're impervious to all that kind of shit. They're pretty strong.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
Got to get
So,
the soap,
anyways,
man. You got to get the soap.
Yeah, but I'm glad that you're vaccinated and getting back out into the.
Yeah, I got to go I got to go to Texas next month.
What? Oh my God! You got to fly? Are you flying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, take your mask.
Oh, I have to. It's
bring a couple of them. Yeah.
It's the rules, man. I would anyway. I know. My work mandated that we have to do all that, and then I still have to quarantine myself, even though I'm fully vaccinated. I still have to quarantine.
Yeah, when you come back
for 10 to 14 days. They said they weren't sure what They said by then
they're flying you there, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they know that. So that's the thing. In some places where they're not that strict, they're not telling you to do that sort of thing. So it's like, your company at least is supportive when that comes to that. So
yeah, no, they have been. They were supportive. Obviously when I got sick, and then obviously right after that there was a pandemic, and so. I mean, I've been able to do tech support from home for a long time. That was very helpful to be able to do that. So,
yep, that's good. That's good. Hey, I just want to let you know that I remember that when I got my new glasses, I think it was Nachos that said that I look like a grandmother, and I have different glasses now. So maybe I don't look like his aunt, whatever.
Aunt Nachos.
Aunt Nachos.
Yeah.
Hey, he can see
He doesn't usually
your
stick around for the whole show, so he's probably gone.
He said he could see your toolbar. Hey, I can see my toolbar too, but just barely.
You don't know what's down here.
So what toolbar is he seeing?
I don't know what he's talking about.
He says, I can see your toolbar.
I have no idea.
I haven't had somebody tell me they can see my... I haven't seen... Somebody hasn't seen my toolbar for a month or so.
It's been a lot longer than that for me. But, well, unless you want to count the kitty, she's caught.
I've heard about some of your relationships.
She's caught me coming out of the shower a couple times, but
shrinkage. Your Windows toolbar, huh? Oh, mask your Windows taskbar. That's what Ben said. Did you know you had that? You could see that.
I don't see anything like that, so I don't know what they're talking about.
You don't see your taskbar?
Not on the Discord.
They're saying you can see it.
They're smoking crack.
Make it go. Okay, that's fine. Hey, if you want to see let people see what
Well, my taskbar's hidden on the computer that's recording us. So.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
There is no taskbar, so I don't know.
It can't be me.
I don't know. There's not. I don't see one. I don't see one on yours either, and I'm looking at you in two different screens. So.
Because it ain't. So, Anywho, so what else? Anything else?
Nothing really. I mean.
All right. So, what about your games? You've been videotaping a lot of Cyberpunk 2077.
It is ridiculously easy to make videos for that game. One, they have a really good camera system, so you can take pictures, you can take selfies, you can do. I don't have to do thumbnails with my face on it. I can do thumbnails with all their little faces on it. and they just I had a video that actually is almost up to 1,000 views. I was shocked. We haven't had
Ooh.
one of those in a long time.
Since Backyard Monsters.
Well, no, I mean Battle Pirates and War
Oh yeah,
Commander
yeah,
used to get them all the time, and so did Vega
yeah.
Conflict. But yeah, so I was kind of shocked. So I thought, well, shit, they like this kind of video. Maybe I'll show them another. And it's really silly. It's another thing that I just didn't think was going to make any difference at all. All I did was I climbed up the side of a building and went and tried to get into this apartment that you can get into if you go through two of the endings in the game. Before, you could just get right back in. You could actually get into it before you did the ending if you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
They fixed all that. They locked the doors. So I went up there, so I climbed the building. I know how to get up there. I've done it a million times. I get up there. I go around. The front door was locked. And I do these live. Like, I don't know what's going to happen before I get there. I just go look.
Yeah.
And then I went but then I went around the side of the building and the side door was gone. It was missing. So I was like, oh, well, the side door's still open. So I went in the side door and went around and showed everybody everything that's in there again, because I'd already done a video before showing people how to scale the building, but I did it a different way. Mm-hmm. I did it a different way than I did this time.
Right.
And so I went over, and I like the parkour stuff. If you're into Spider-Man or anything like that, there's all those, how Spider-Man can like jump from building to building. You can kind of sort of do that in Cyberpunk, but without the web, right? So you get these legs that you can jump with. They give you good jumping range, and you get that sucker on, you go jump on over there.
Is this in you take the place of real exercising? I'm just asking the question because I'm interested.
I don't know. You don't really move. It's just a mouse and a keyboard thing. So, but you can jump, and then I was teaching them like, look, when you jump like this, you have to say "wee" or you won't make it. Nobody even chuckled at that I know of. So I thought I had a funny joke there, but I was trying to do like fun. the guy. What was the commercial where the pig was on there? Wee wee. There was a commercial like that, and he had a little pinwheel in his hand. He's hanging his head out the window. Wee wee. But anyway, I can't remember now.
Yeah.
Obviously, you didn't watch any TV that year.
I didn't. So I'm looking at the meme that Highlander put over there. Yeah, I see your taskbar.
My taskbar.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what he's talking about now. He's talking about whatever. Oh, okay. It's down now. It's because I had my cursor over there.
Oh.
I had my mouse cursor over there. Is this screen, not that one. Yeah. I was looking at that one. I was like, there ain't no taskbar there. It's on this one. Yeah, it's down now.
Nice. Well, there you go. So we finally got to the bottom of that.
Yeah, I don't know why, but my mouse must have just kind of bebopped over there.
See, well, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
Bottom stuff there.
Old.
No, I wasn't. I'm not even touching that thing. It's by itself.
That's what she said.
But if I wiggle or something, it probably scooched it over, and then it just.
That's also what she said.
Scooched it. It got scooched.
It got scooched over.
Did I have anything?
You wiggled.
Let's see.
You wiggled and it scooched over.
Well, there's nothing dirty on there. This computer's freshly formatted, so there's hardly anything on it yet.
Oh, I know. Maybe that's the reason why my computer boots up in literally 19.6 seconds.
Yeah, well, this one's got an M2. This one that I'm using, so it's even faster. I think it boots in probably. It's like 6-7 seconds. It's pretty fast.
That's the other style, right? The other.
Yeah, that's the one that looks like a memory chip with that.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got an SSD in it, doesn't it?
It is an SSD, but it's
an SSD, but it
looks set like a little memory. It's a little tiny chip. You just there's a slot on the motherboard. You just pop it on there.
Nice.
Don't worry, Brian. No porn goes on that computer. There's a computer dedicated to that.
It's a Mac.
Yeah. It's something that nobody will ever figure out how to get into, so don't worry.
It's a MacBook Pro.
Yeah. It's my 2012 MacBook Pro. It's in the other room.
Anyways,
Um,
all right. So
so
what's next,
yeah.
man?
All right.
Hey, we got a
So
few. You talk about
go
your game,
ahead.
or you talk about your game. Or you talk about these movies we
Well,
watched.
we could talk about Cyberpunk a little bit. I mean, maybe
Okay.
I'll make a clip of it or something. But anyway, Cyberpunk 2027's come out with 2 hot fixes since we talked last. And like I said, I've been doing these videos where I've been going around checking things and seeing if things still work that were broken before.
Mm-hmm.
They fixed they fixed a majority, I'd say, of the bugs that you can get, like unlimited money and stuff like that. At
Mm-hmm.
least with some sort of a cheat, where you had to like force the menu into a situation where it was not operating correctly, or
Mm-hmm.
something like that, where you could like hold 2 keys down at a time and it would force the menu to do something that would let you unlimited, sell something a million times when you only, something like that. But they fixed a lot of that stuff. But so what I've been doing is just looking at things that they used to let you into or whatever, or stuff that they used to have. Like they used to give away all these really overpowered weapons, and that's something people are interested in, to see if they can still get those, excuse me, overpowered weapons. And I've been doing that. I did a couple videos of that. But they've taken a lot of that out. So, and they've done some more updating. They did a patch yesterday, I think, a hot fix. Didn't really fix anything I wanted them to fix, but apparently they're still working on it. Their plans moving forward is they're not going to abandon the game. The game. This is the funny part to me, is that even though the game had a horrible launch and all that, and you heard all this bad press, the
Right.
game still made oodles and oodles and oodles of money. I think I mentioned that on the
Yeah.
last show. So of all the refunds they had to do and all that stuff, it still was barely a dent. It was barely a dent in the dent. You know what I'm saying? It was so minuscule. And the thing that concerns me is I'm just hoping that game companies don't think, oh, that's a great idea at this point. You know what I mean? Oh, we can just screw everything up and they'll buy it anyway. Well, that's
Mm-hmm.
not true. This particular IP, though, it's as if, it's like, well, I don't know. I would say, like Star Wars, like you're going to sell a lot just
Yeah.
because everybody loves Star Wars, or Lord of the Rings, or any of these beloved things. Now, if you screwed it up, they're gonna be less likely to do it again. But you know what I mean? It's, you still get them on that one. You get
Right.
one shot. You get one opportunity to screw everybody over, and then you got to go. Um, then you got to move on to something else. So they are still planning on fixing a lot of stuff, and they're starting to move into now, which I think is a good idea, is they're going to start preparing to do some new content, because this is what I mean. Even with bugs and stuff, if they don't get some new content out, everybody's going to just drop off and lose interest. So you don't want to make people wait too long. You know what I mean? If you're going to
Mm-hmm.
try to keep it going and sell some DLCs and stuff like that, they need to get moving on that. So I'm imagining we're going to see some new content before the end of the year, and hopefully they'll still do fixes. Their fix schedule's been about once every 2 weeks, though. That's still, they're kind of slow, but maybe it's just because they had a lot of problems. They got hacked and all this stuff, so maybe they're still recovering from all this stuff. I don't know, but
So what you're
hopefully they'll
saying
be
is
able to
2 weeks
speed it up.
is slow. I was used to playing Battle Pirates, so it was like
Well, okay, yeah, okay, but a lot of games,
regular
though, when
games.
they first come out, they'll patch the bejesus out of them. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, this game came out when everybody was working at home, and then there was a point in time where everybody got locked out of the system for 2 weeks. So they've had some setbacks, obviously, but like I said, I enjoy playing the game. It's really easy to make videos out of, and it's, I don't know, I like doing the newbie stuff, showing people newbie how to find stuff, or what's here now that used to be there, or whatever. Just little, I don't know, little weird things. I get ideas, like, oh yeah, I haven't talked about, this is something, like I did one that was just, all I did was went to all the shops in the game and looked at what new clothes were in them. and that video was ridiculous. Let me find that one. Channel content. Let me see if I can find that one. It was legendary clothes. So all I did was went to every clothes store in the game and showed them all the new clothes. And that one got 667 views, man. That's a lot for my channel right now. The one that got the big views is the one where I went up on top of the thing. That one's at 829. So man, I'm on to something here, man. I think I got something here. I'm feeling like I need to keep chasing this project a little bit.
Yeah.
Because all my new player videos are doing, decent. They're not doing as good as, a Duality podcast by any means, but that was a sick burn there.
Six people.
Yeah, let's see the last one on YouTube, 9.
Well,
so maybe we're just not as exciting as we think we are. I think we're pretty exciting.
Hey, we're just talking. Might as well include a couple other people in it while we're talking.
Yeah, well, the people that want to know cool stuff, they watch.
That's right.
So so Cyberpunk's doing okay, and I'm having a lot of fun making little videos for it. I'm getting better at my thumbnails, and so it's good practice for me because I really hate editing, but I don't mind editing Cyberpunk videos because I like them. Because if I try to do videos where I'm showing me killing everybody, nobody really cares about that. But if I show a video to where, they learn how to like craft an item, holy crap, you'd think I stumbled over a pot of gold. That's what people like nowadays,
Well, that's what I mean. Just think about your videos you used to make backyard monster videos. People love just you telling them how to do something because people don't like to learn how to do stuff on their own. I was the same way.
They don't like to read guides.
No.
There's still a community out there that's you ask them any question, it's like, well, you got to read my guide, blah, 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 blah. And we're just like, no. And then I'll just make a video about it, and then I'll get 1 million views, and they'll be like, well, you didn't read the guides. You didn't do it right. And I'm like, well, I did it good enough because they liked it.
Well, it's like if I want to change a starter on my truck, okay?
Yeah.
I don't go to the guide.
You don't go to the manual in the truck?
It tells you, well, this is where it is, and this is what you need to do. This is how you get to it and everything. No, you go to YouTube and you watch a video. Okay.
Well, yeah, nowadays,
and then the dude making the video says, "Oh, make sure don't go in here. You need to go in over here because it's easier to get yourself.
You touch it. Don't touch this wire right here.
Yeah.
I done did that for you. It hurt.
It hurt. You ought to watch it. Watch.
Yeah. Be careful there.
Licks his finger. Watch this.
Watch this. See that? You see that arc on that spark? That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah. I got a little bit bigger one last time. Hit me right here in the eyebrow.
Look like what's that guy's name from Lord of the Rings? Well, not Lord of the Rings. The other one. Harry Potter. Look like I got a Harry Potter scar off of that alternator.
Alternator.
On the
That's why I said alternator. So anyways.
So
cool.
I'm excited to keep playing for a while. I know Highlander had mentioned something about Elite Dangerous, but I'm not really playing it. Now, if Highlander wants to get on a video with me and talk about it, okay.
Yeah.
I'll talk to him about that.
I did go to my Frontier Games account, and it's still there, and I can re-download my copy of Elite Dangerous and Elite Dangerous Horizons.
Did you buy the lifetime subscription?
I think I just bought like a season pass or something. I don't know what.
That might be the lifetime subscription.
It might have been.
Was it 200? If it was like $180, and you bought the lifetime subscription.
I can't even tell you. I have
can't
to go
even
back
buy
and
it
look
anymore.
at it.
You can't get it anymore. Nachos doesn't have it, so we make fun of him.
Oh. He's like the poor nephew.
Yeah, he's a pleb. So we make fun of Nachos now because he didn't buckle down. He didn't think he was gonna like it. Nah. It's an MMO. Blah blah blah. With Nachos. That's how he starts all conversations.
That's the way. But you're not even playing an MMO now.
Well, that's the weird thing. Is it's just most of the MMOs now. Now I'm not opposed to characters with big boobies and stuff, but there's only so much of that I can handle. Plus, if the MMO has grinding in it, I'm not a big fan of grinding. I don't know if
No,
you knew
I'm
about
not
that.
either. Yeah.
I'm not a big fan. If I can't just get something, I'm less likely to keep trying over and over and over to get it. I don't really care because most of the time in these games, you don't even need, and I say that in my Cyberpunk videos, is like, guys, you don't even need like the top of the line stuff because of the way they design the game. The only advantages you can really give yourself is you can almost make yourself invincible.
Mm-hmm.
But even if you don't, you're still you don't need legendary items to win the game. You only need, worst case scenario, you need the stuff they give you that while you're playing the game, just wear that all the way to the end and you'll be fine. You don't even need to go get more clothes or whatever. There's just weirdos like me that has to have every single piece of clothing in the game, and that's fine. But I accept that as a thing. But I watch videos to find out where stuff is because mostly the map, most of the items are pretty static as to where they are, especially legendary items. So they still left all the other legendaries mostly. Sometimes they change them, which really annoys the bejesus out of me because they patched out a pair of pants that I used to love. They're like blue jeans. They look like 501s, but they got some patches on them and they look really good on all the female Vs. And they got on the bottom, they've got like the little, what's that little scrunchy thing on the bottom so it doesn't, so it's on your leg, your little bit of leg shows. It's got the little scrunchy, whatever that's called on the bottom, like a
cuff?
Like a cuff, but yeah, a scrunchy one, like an elastic one.
Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah, but if you wear boots, if you wear cowboy boots, it covers that up. So then you just look like you're wearing some jeans, man. Then you got you a country girl. Or no, you could, nomad or whatever, Nomad and country girls, they're pretty close. They're pretty much the same. So,
Nice.
So Elite Dangerous is coming out with Odyssey on May 19th.
Just where dudes can walk around on the planets now, right?
Yeah, thank you to DH who left my channel because I gave him a little crap about. DH did like this giant advertisement for Odyssey coming out, and I was just, all I said was, look, dude, I think you're preaching to the choir here. And I don't know if he just doesn't know or what, but like almost the entire Vortex squadron is playing Elite Dangerous right now.
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah, we already know. I mean, it's like, okay, thanks,
So
man. And then,
but then
sexy Lexi jumped in and said something about, called him a shill basically, and that got him mad. So he left the Discord, and I thought, well, you know what? That's the second time he's done that to me. So I took him off the promotions list. So we don't even watch your videos then. Spit
That's
on
not
me.
nice. Why you got to be so harsh, man?
I spit on thee. Well, he's got to man up a little bit or suck it up, Buttercup, and then just take his beatings when he can. I still get crap for selling my Corvette, and that was 5-6 years ago. Just gotta suck it up, man. Right?
Yeah, they put in our ships now and money.
Oh, okay. So they're playing. What he's talking about is the alpha or the beta, whatever they call it. They let you look at stuff ahead of time. So right now you can look at your ships and your money. If you have money, then you can go. They usually cut down like half the price of the ships, so you can go in and play and actually buy stuff. Because if everything was full price, you'd be screwed. You still might be screwed unless you're Nachos, who has like 7 billion, gold or whatever it is. I can't even remember. But you can still go in and you can buy stuff and look at it and put it on your ships and all that stuff. Originally, I think they had like, what are they called? Like decoy ships or whatever, just whatever their ships. NPC kind of ships. And there was a shuttle that would take you. I think on some planets now you're going to be able to get out and walk around on the planet, I think is what's happening. And, and then, yeah, that's a thing right now. Everybody's taking snapshots of their characters standing on their ships now. That's a big thing now. That's the big thing. That's like me
taking selfies.
Oh yeah, taking selfies. This is like Cyberpunk, man. The selfie system in Elite Dangerous is a lot harder though, because you actually have to You have to set up a key way to get into it, and then you got to drive your joystick around and get your guy lined up. But it is a full drone. Like you can really go nuts. I don't know how close you can. Nobody's doing any real close ups. Everybody's like 200 miles away because they're trying to show, this little tiny speck, and then this big giant spaceship that they're standing on.
He says it's easy.
That's the fun.
Of course he does.
Well, yeah, if you do it 1,000 times, I'm just telling you, the first time you did it, it was not easy. But well, first of all, you have to figure out how to get out there.
Yeah.
How do you got to go set the key binding, or actually, I think it comes with it's like Shift Alt Escape or something, or Shift Alt Tilt, or I don't know. Mine was on a tilt key, but so you get out there and then you can drive your camera around and line it up, and not everybody can deal with 3D, man. 3D is tricky. Like, I mean, Donna would never be able to watch me play some Elite Dangerous because I'm flipping that thing upside down, sideways, going around corners, weird, flying sideways sometimes, Yeah, she would puke. She would puke her guts out.
Yep.
Or have a seizure. One of the two, maybe both. Puke and have a seizure. Who knows?
Well, I hope not.
But anyway, that's what I know about Odyssey. Like I said, I'd love to do some more other videos where I get on and talk to people. It doesn't have to be this podcast. It can, I mean, we could have guests on this podcast, but we just couldn't be bothered to get somebody to come on.
Well, we had Kinger on one time.
We did have Kinger on, but I think the way that the Discord works now, as far as the way it lines up the video, like the way that, because right now Discord's doing the whole work right now. It's not me faking it out to do what I want. So I like the way that's working. If we had a third person, it would put them somewhere. I'm not sure where. But it should adjust the video screens down. So if you have a lot of people, it should show them all, in a row.
Just like a Zoom call.
Like a Zoom, like a Zoom call.
What a Zoom.
So
I got to figure out what I'm downloading some of my old games and putting them on the computer. Now I got to figure out, okay, what's the thing that I'm going to play that's going to be my thing?
Cyberpunk 2077.
I'm afraid that's your thing.
You need to get a GOG Galaxy account.
A what? GOG Galaxy?
GOG. G-O-G.
GOG, what is that?
Good old games. I don't know if that's what it really stands for.
GOG Galaxy. Is that like another Epic or
it's a launcher,
Origin?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, this one actually, who owns CD Projekt Red owns GOG. So that's why I went with GOG, because I could have easily got it on Steam, but I don't know. You just don't seem like you use Steam a lot, so I wasn't too sure.
I don't use. Yeah, I mean,
you could get it on Steam. Some
things I've tried.
I don't even know what it's cost. Let me look and see what it's costing on Steam, maybe. But I'm surprised you don't have GOG Galaxy, because GOG Galaxy has a lot of old timey games like our timey games, like
Pac-Man.
Old school. Yeah,
Space Invaders.
I'm sure they're on there. But what did you play when you were younger? Did you have a little console, like a Sega Genesis or something?
I had a Super Nintendo, a Nintendo.
What did you play on Super Nintendo?
I played like some sports games and things, and also played. There was a couple games like Twisted Metal.
That might be on GOG.
Yeah, Twisted Metal. Played. There was another game we played on Sega all the time.
Some of it's on Steam too, but there's like games. There was like
Contra,
Bard's Tale. Some of the games I used to play, like some of the games pre-UO. There was some of those are on there. Yeah, I'm just surprised you don't have it, because they've got a lot of older games. I know Epic's pretty decent, but I think like not a lot of my friends really play Fortnite or anything. It's like, if you don't have Fortnite, why do you really need Epic? I mean, I got some games on Epic. I get the free ones whenever Highlander can be bothered to tell us that there's a free one, and I'll go get it usually. But otherwise, I forget about Epic. I don't play on Epic. I play on Steam. I mean, I have my lion's share of my games are on Steam, obviously.
Well, I had to get that the Battlefront 2 that came out for free. I had to download do that through Epic. So
Oh, okay.
so I have
Yeah, see,
but
they
with
give away
Epic
those kind of
Origin,
games all the time.
Epic and Origin. So it was Origin, but because it was EA,
Yeah.
and then you had to get the Epic launcher to do. So
Yeah,
anyways,
it gets all confusing. Yeah,
it is very
It's
confusing.
very confusing.
I'm like, well, whatever happened to just clicking on the game on my desktop and not having to have a launcher through them stupid
Yeah,
apps, you know?
yeah. Well, you can still do that, but you still have to have the launcher somewhere. You don't
Yeah.
have to launch everything through the launcher. You can actually make
Yeah.
shortcuts to every single game. If you
Yeah. Okay.
and then it will launch the corresponding launcher. Which what you don't want to do though is you don't want to have a gazillion launchers open at the same time because then
Yeah.
that could cause issues. I don't know for a fact that could happen, but I just know when you got like 15 launchers open at the same time, they could conflict with one another because
You
they're all
think?
trying to do the same job, which is
Oh.
keep your attention on their games only.
Yes. It's
So-
true.
So they might get on your screen and start see the Steam launcher coming up and start punching
It
on
could be
the
a
Epic
fight
launcher,
like Mortal Kombat.
like Mortal Kombat. Which, speaking of Mortal Kombat, is that the first thing you want to talk about tonight?
We can
Mortal
talk
Kombat?
about that because that was the earliest. Unless you want to talk about that one last, since that was the one that came out last Friday. Let's talk about Mortal Kombat.
Let's talk about Mortal Kombat.
Because Mortal Kombat was near and dear to.
Sorry.
Listen, the first time I ever played Mortal Kombat was not on a console; it was in a video game arcade.
Yeah, that's where I played.
You know,
it too.
when I was a kid, I mean, Showbiz Pizza, not Chuck E. Cheese's. It was Showbiz Pizza,
yeah, that
and
was
I
a
would
good
go in there and play Mortal Kombat. And now I do remember though that there were two other versions, I think, of Mortal Kombat.
Well, the first
I
two
remember
were supposedly together, so there was a
yes,
part one
I
and two.
remember though the one that I remember the most was the '80s version of it, and it was not very good, and it was very now. And keep in mind, and I think the reason why it wasn't very good. Keep in mind that the political ramifications of video games at that particular time when the movie was made. You know, I think you were near the time when it was Mortal Kombat that literally probably made them put ratings on games.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mortal Kombat
so
really.
yeah, and it was because of that game that they, Tipper Gore and all these, people, Democrats, by the way, wanted to. Sorry, oops, I said that out loud. Wanted to. Rate the games, make sure that explicit lyrics and all that kind of stuff were put into games. And when I think that movie came out, it literally was just a watered down version of Mortal Kombat with the characters, and Sonya Blade and all those ones.
Yeah.
So it was okay, but it was just kind of cheesy. Like I felt like,
Well, yeah,
and
they
I
were
think
made. That first one was actually was not the cheesiest one. The second one was, I think, even cheesier.
cheesier, yeah.
But the first one at least like had the humor in it, and it was kind of
Yeah.
funny, and they weren't trying to, they weren't trying to take things too seriously. And
Yes,
the
and there was no
second one-
cussing in that one.
no, well, and
But-
the second one was just terrible. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know. I've never heard anyone ever, any gamer, say that they like the second one. So
No,
the first one, yeah, there's a lot of. It's like I don't know. I guess it's like it was one of the first ones
yeah,
of that kind.
A
You know,
video
they had
game movie, yeah.
they had video game movies of Street Fighter and what was that other one? There was a space one. I can't remember the name of it now, but there was a couple different ones that they did, and they were all terrible. They were all pretty
Yeah.
much terrible.
yeah,
Yeah, it's Sub-Zero and Scorpion are pretty popular no matter which version of
Yeah.
the game you play. I was a big Raiden fan. I used to always play Raiden, and that was my
and
favorite.
he wasn't even
character.
a large part of this current movie. I mean, he was the guy in charge of the tournament or whatever.
He protects Earth realm.
Yeah, but
He's
what
an
I'm
elder
saying
god.
is that all the other characters, the fighters, were the ones that were, he was there, but he didn't seem like he didn't have a lot of screen time compared to all the
No,
other
because he's not really
characters.
involved. He's not supposed to.
Yeah,
Technically, not supposed to get involved in the
get
fighting.
involved. Yeah, but he did still
He
a little
does
bit.
little
But
things,
so
but
so this particular movie though, one of the HBO Max / whatever, whatever the maker of the movie, they're one of the ones they're going to be putting out simultaneously in movie theaters and on HBO Max because of the pandemic. I think all the ones this year they were talking about doing that. So it was nice to be able to watch it. I enjoyed it, but I was shocked. I really was shocked about the language in it. Now, and I don't care. I'm just saying I was not expecting it. I was not. I could, because the video game movie that used to be. I mean, I was like, I heard an F-bomb, and I was like, oh, there's an F-bomb in there. Then all of a sudden, we heard a ton of them. Then my wife started counting. She goes, you couldn't even count. And I'm like, it's okay. I don't care. But I thought it was, I was not prepared for that. I knew it was rated R, and I thought it would be rated R because of the blood and gut and violence, But I was like, I was kind of
if you're already
laughing.
going to be, if you're already going to be rated R, you might as well throw some curse words.
No. I was laughing. I was kind of giggling at it because I was like, I mean, it's like take
I don't know
the
if those are in the video games. I don't know if they cuss in the video game.
I don't think they do. I don't think they do. And well, just think about it. Take Space Invaders or something like that and go, and it turns into a movie, and now it's got foul language in it, and you're like, wait a minute. But that's okay. I don't care. Don't get me wrong. I could care less. I mean, it was what it was, and I enjoyed the movie though. I enjoyed that they made a video game movie that was that. And I enjoyed seeing Kano die.
Yeah, well,
I'm telling you,
Kano's
I really did.
in any of the movies, but yeah, the thing is, and I enjoyed watching Kano get it too. I didn't think he would get it right away. I didn't think he would. I was wondering how Sonya was going to get her sticker,
her patch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her I'm vaccinated sticker that she sticks on her arm.
Yeah, but the thing is though, is that she could have killed him way before that.
I know.
She had him in a.
Yeah, well, he switched sides, man. So that's it.
Well,
which he does in the games too. So, but yeah, no. What I really liked about it, and like I said, I told the boys this on the Discord. I was like, look, I love Lambert, and I thought he was funny in the first one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he didn't play in the second one. I can't remember who I said. There was a different one for the second one. I think I told you who it was the other day. That guy that played, he was in 48 Hours, Gans, and another movie, some other movie. Oh, he's in The Warriors too. But I like that actor too, but he's nowhere near as funny as Lambert. Lambert is a smart ass, and he's obviously, isn't he French or something? I can't remember, but he's He's
Belgian.
Yeah, he's French or something. I can't remember, but he's funny, and he had some funny lines in the first Mortal Kombat. This reboot, though, the things that I liked about it, obviously, number one is it's darker.
Yes, way darker.
So it was way darker. It was way more. I thought it was way more realistic to the game. You know what I mean? Like there was a lot of different. There was fatalities. The fatalities. There was the fighting. How they fought. What they fought with. What they said. Of course they throw in the lines.
The dude with the hat.
That
chopped
guy,
that chick in half.
When he came around, he was not in. I don't think he was in 1 or 2.
Original, yeah.
He
threw his hat in the ground and it was spinning like a saw blade, and he chopped that chick with the wings.
Yeah,
in half.
That was awesome.
Like, hello. But
I can't remember what version of the game he came into either, because I don't think he was in the original or the second one. Because those are the ones I really played, was like the first version of the game and the second. When it was in the arcades. I mean, I was big into it when it was in the arcades. And I was also big into Street Fighter. So, but they say the signature lines in the movie and everything. And so it was
flawless victory.
Yeah, I mean, the way they delivered, I really appreciated it. And the dark stuff was darker, and it was like the bad guys were really bad. Like they weren't comedy bad. Like, I mean, when if you look at is it Liu Kang that takes the souls? Whoever takes the souls, I can't remember. It might be Liu Kang, but in the first Mortal Kombat movie, that one was more, he was more cheesy, you know, he'd go, yeah, his soul is mine. But this dude
Yeah.
in the new one, in the reboot, he like, you know, did something
Sucked
and
it
all
out
this
of him.
green
Yeah.
stuff came out and
Yep.
you know, you saw the soul going away. Now that was pretty slick. You know,
Yeah.
I gotta give him that. But yeah, I really enjoyed that movie. So yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, if you don't have HBO Max or something, you know, if you want to go to the
Get it.
theater, go get it, go
Yeah.
see it, or you know, or just get HBO Max
Yep.
for a month and watch it. I think it's worth it, especially if you're into
Well, the
video
problem
games.
is that now with HBO Max, they're putting stuff on, and within like 3 weeks, it goes away. You know,
Yeah, okay.
so you
So
can't
get
see it.
on
It's
it.
not on there forever. So
So you better get on it, guys. Get
yeah,
those orders in and let them know. Let them know Will and Jamie sent you. Maybe they'll throw us a bone. I doubt it. But anyway,
no. Yeah, I enjoyed it though.
yeah, it
it
was
was
good.
I thought it was a fun ride. I thought it was like you said. I think the darkness of it. I was like, well, a movie about a video game where
It's
people
one of the darkest video
have
games there
have
is.
a combat where they kill each other and tear each other's like heads out with
Yeah,
the
they tear
spine
their
attached and
spines
all
and all
that.
that. Yeah,
You know, it's like it worked right. It worked perfectly,
yeah.
and I did like. I love the music. I love the way
Oh, the music was
the
really good.
the
Yeah,
fight scenes were I felt like were really good too. They weren't cheesy and whatever. They were just really. It was just really a kind of a cool,
I think
you
they could
know,
have
like
got away with making some of them longer because you're just like, oh man, I want to see more. You know, but
yeah. Well,
yeah,
they're
I
setting
mean,
up. They're going to do more of these movies. You
yeah,
know that.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
hopefully. I mean, they
because
were supposed to
Johnny
do more of the
Cage.
other one too. Well, they did set up Johnny Cage for the
Yeah.
next one,
Yep. Because Johnny
and
Cage is who I remember from Mortal Kombat video games. Johnny Cage. You know.
see, I
So
didn't play him. I don't even know. I don't even was he in the first? I don't
he
even
had
know
to
if
have
he was
come
in the
later.
first game.
No, he came later, I think. So.
I'll look it up whilst you go on. So, what?
So, anyways, the thing, one of the things we missed that was the farthest out, though. You want me to go on to the next thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
We finished watching Falcon and Winter Soldier. Okay,
Oh yeah,
so
yeah, we did that.
that was a 10. It wasn't a movie, but it was a 10 week or 6 week episode. A lot of people that I mean, I watch a lot of videos like after the shows, you know, and I watch their breakdowns and everything. And some people didn't like. They thought it was a little bit slow here and there, but I'm beginning to like. There are certain stories that I like to hear all wrapped up in on a nice little bow in a
Yeah,
2 hour movie and get it done with. But I'm the
yeah.
kind of person that loves to hear what happened after, what happened now, what happened then, you know, and these episodic versions of movies that are done well, I feel like go into more depth
Like a
and
mini
Falcon Winter,
series. These are
yeah,
mini series, right?
Falcon and Winter Soldier though did I feel like did a good job starting to set up. You know, WandaVision did a good job. Yeah, I know it's Captain America and the Winter Soldier, but it wasn't when it came out, so that's why I'm not calling it that yet. I got it written down right here, but but uh, as it progressed, it did get a little bit slow. But the thing that I noticed about 3 or 4 episodes in, there were some things that seemed odd. And after I started watching these after shows, and then when it ended, um, one of my favorite YouTube channels are the new rock stars, and they do breakdowns
Yeah.
of all these movies. And there was a storyline that they dropped, and they had to change all. That's the reason why Falcon and Winter Soldier came out after WandaVision. It was supposed to be first, and because of
Oh,
the pandemic, there was in Falcon and Winter Soldier. Apparently, there was some storyline that had to do with a worldwide sickness that breaks out,
oh, okay.
and they had to change everything, you know, and they had to add extra
Too soon?
dialogue. Yeah, too soon. They had to change. Now, I wouldn't have cared. I wouldn't have
Yeah.
cared one way or the other. But I'm guessing Disney was like, well, we don't want to ruffle feathers, that kind of thing.
Those little
So
feather rufflers.
yeah, so they changed a bunch of stuff, but overall, you know, seeing the new John Walker Cap, you know, that was one of those moments where I was like, oh, that's not Cap. And I remember I'm sitting there, my wife says, well, I don't like that Captain America. And she wasn't like invested in it. You know, she just was sitting there watching. She goes, well, I don't like that Captain America. And I said, you're not supposed to like that Captain
Yeah,
America,
no, yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And then he turns out to, in the end, spoilers, hopefully everybody, some people have watched it, but in the end, he turns out to not be as bad as you thought he was going to be.
Yeah.
And then at the very end, he gets turned into U.S. agent, John Walker, U.S. agent. And we don't know who he's working for. Julia Louis Dreyfus showed up
That was funny.
on the
Yeah,
show
she's
as
hilarious.
Val, as who in the comic books was a character that was in a relationship with Nick Fury at one point. Was also had something to do with called her like Lady Hydra, but she wasn't. She was never bad. She was a I think she was working an angle, that kind of thing. And yeah, John Walker was a total douche. He was not the Captain America, but he was supposed to be that. That's exactly what he was supposed to be.
Right.
And so now John Walker, now that he's got his black suit at the end, he's got his black suit, and I think they're really starting to set up this idea of the Dark Avengers or the Thunderbolts, which is Thunderbolt Ross, the guy that John Hurt, is that his name? Not John Hurt.
Are they related
William
to
Hurt.
the Thunder
William
Force?
Hurt. William Hurt. No, they're not. Huh. But so they're setting up all of these. They're setting up this new phase of Marvel. Now, I wasn't a big fan of the political speech type stuff that went on. I mean, I understand we live in a world where that's what happens nowadays. I wasn't a big fan of that, but I just thought it was funny how he puts on the Captain America moniker. Sam Wilson flies down with the shield and then proceeds to preach to the senators and whatever of this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like, and they just stood there and listened to him. It's like, no, there's a bunch of people standing around, I mean, it's like these are apparently the most powerful people in the world, and he's just standing there with Sam Wilson, and Sam Wilson's telling him, you've got to change what you're doing there, young man, that kind of thing. I understood the speech. I thought it was okay, but I just thought that it was kind of an odd. I was like, it seemed
like an uncomfortable moment.
Yes, it did. That's exactly what it felt. It felt uncomfortable for me watching it. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, and it just seemed, yeah. So I don't know. I mean, it's probably just the delivery. I mean, the message was good, but the delivery was kind of like,
yeah.
You're just like the whole time you're like going.
Well, he didn't do anything. He never really did anything much to earn the right. I mean, I'm not. Don't get me wrong. He did help save the planet. Okay.
Well,
he did help bring back 5 million or 5 billion or 30 billion or whatever it is. Half of everybody in the entire universe and the entire existence. He helped bring back. And that's, of course, that was one of the problems. That was one of the reasons why the Flag Smashers were upset, because they had been living for 5 years without all those people, and now those people are back in society and taking up and they're homeless basically and have to be taken care of, and so the world's money and population is being strained and stressed because of that. But he was an Avenger and he did well, but the world would change at that point. Now he was basically, as the Falcon, he was basically a hired gun to go out and do stuff, and then all of a sudden he pops back into the public eye, as Captain America, beats up a few bad guys, and then flies down and starts preaching to them. And I'm thinking to myself, how does that even work? It was just odd feeling. Now, I will say, for the most part, I enjoyed the whole thing. I enjoyed seeing him be Captain America. I enjoyed him, the Isaiah, what's his name? Isaiah Bradley, the other Captain America, the black guy that was experimented on. I enjoyed. I wish that it would have been less angry, but it wasn't, and that's okay. But I still enjoyed the whole TV show as a whole. It wasn't too preachy like a Doctor Who episode or something like that. Okay, I mean, nowadays Doctor Who, you can't watch it without feeling like I've just done something wrong and I've got to stop doing that.
You
Whatever it
better
is.
stop doing that, whatever it is.
Yeah, exactly. But yes, exactly.
I don't do nothing, so I ain't worried about it.
And what Highlander was saying there is that Steve Rogers
That's what he
handed
wanted.
him the shield and
Yeah.
wanted him to be that. And nothing else worked up till that point with John Walker, and Bucky wouldn't have worked because Steve Rogers passed off that shield to him because he knew that he had the qualities.
Bucky was on his own redemption arc anyway. So
yes, exactly. Yeah,
he's
and
on
so,
another gig.
Yeah, but Captain America, or Steve Rogers, knew that Sam Wilson was the Boy Scout that you needed to be.
Yeah.
To be to carry the shield.
Yeah.
Of Captain America. So I enjoyed the whole show. I enjoyed how it's going to go. Now, the new Captain America movie that is coming out at some point. Apparently, there was rumor that it was going to be Chris Evans, but most likely it will be Sam Wilson in the next Captain America movie when it comes out. I don't care. I wish they would keep on doing TV shows and stuff like that and weave them together. Because then I know that Shang-Chi's coming out, or Shang-Chi is coming out pretty soon. I'm kind of stoked about that. Have you seen the trailer for that?
I don't know.
If you haven't seen the trailer, you go watch the trailer. It looks like a good old fashioned kung fu Jackie Chan / Bruce Lee movie. That's what it looks like. It's going to be kind of cool. So I'm looking forward to that. So anyways, I think it wrapped up. It was done. So now it is Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Now, they have not said whether or not they're going to do another season like this. At this point, there's speculation that they might. But for the most part, I don't care. Just bring me the next thing, because the next thing coming up is the Loki one that comes up in a few weeks. Loki.
See, he's a bad guy.
Anyways.
Sorry, I like him. He's one of the few bad guys that gets his own show. Well, he's kind of an anti-hero, but he is an
anti-hero.
But that's okay. That's good enough. That's dark enough for me. I can go there. But as far as I'm not a big fan of either of those superheroes, the Winter Soldier or Captain America or Falcon. So I watched it. It was okay. It didn't really bother me. That one part did seem kind of awkward, but it wasn't to me. I didn't really think of it as political. I just thought of it as, why is he weird doing this right now? This is weird.
Why is he preaching to them?
Why right now they just like almost fell off a bridge in a bus or something, and I don't know. I don't know. I just thought it was like weird timing for that, but hey, whatever.
Well, it was the end. It was the end of the episode.
Yeah, you do you, Captain America. You say what you got to say. But everybody listen to him like they do to anybody that says those kind of things. They go, oh yeah, we should, and then they just go, yeah, whatever, and then they go back about doing what they were doing before. So that really doesn't change people's minds a lot. You gotta go a little further. You got to do a little more. You got to do a little more digging at that.
Yeah.
So, I hope I'm excited for Loki. I don't know about this the other one you said.
Yeah, Shang-Chi.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Only thing I know about him is him is he got in trouble for something he said on Twitter like 27 years ago.
Who, really?
I'm waiting for somebody to go through my old Twitter. I want him to find something out, because how much publicity you get for that.
Oh yeah.
But I wasn't always the one posting on my own Twitter, so actually, I'll tell you just an off side note here. I decided for whatever reason to resurrect my Twitch channel, right? And I think I told you before that they won't give me my name back for the Twitch channel. They won't give me Battle Vortex. So I thought, so I decided to go for Cardinal Fear. It was available. So I was like, okay, well, let's do Cardinal Fear.
Did somebody else take your Battle Vortex?
Yeah, they took it out. Remember, there was a time when I decided I wanted, because my Twitch, I was never really doing good on Twitch. It's probably because I can't stream 100 hours a day. But, I thought, Twitch is more about the individual than it is about, Battle Vortex is more of an entity than an individual.
Yeah.
Even though I am probably the primary character of that entity, the Battle Vortex to me is an idea. It's something that I stand for, what I believe in, and how I envision things should be. It's my own Hydra. But
Nice.
or what's the good guys side one called?
Shield.
Shield. It's my own shield, which it looks like a shield, as a matter of fact. But you know, so I was trying to come up with a way to make that channel be more about me than about the entity of Battle Vortex. And then so I did this thing. I switched it to Fear Now, which I was trying to be funny and do Fear like HBO Now. I was trying to do something. Well, that didn't go over. Everybody's just they don't call me Fear. They just call me Fear Now. And I'm just like, that's what I was. See, when I was Cardinal Fear, everybody else kept calling me Card, and it would drive me nuts because I don't want to be called Card. I want to be called Fear. Cardinal is a title, That's the title. That's what I do for a living, right? That's
douchebag.
Yeah, Dreadlord Cardinal Fear. It's a whole thing. Now you could call me Dread, but then I'm going to start thinking I'm from that. I'm going to start Dredd. Wanting you to call me Judge Dredd. But, Dreadlord Cardinal Fear. That was an occupation, not a name. The name is Fear. So I've been trying to escape Cardinal Fear for years, but I just can't escape it. Every time I think I escaped it, somebody comes back and asks me if I'm Cardinal Fear. And then I have to say, yes, I am. And then they ask me if I can give them all my old interviews from 1998 to 2002.
They don't ask you for any shiny?
No, the Backyard Monsters, all they ask me for is to bring the game back because they want me to bring it back.
Because you own it.
Because I own it. And I thought about it. I talked to Lex about this. I could probably buy that IP, but I don't know how much they'd want for it. But then I still need programmers and stuff because I'm certainly not going to be able to fix it. And maybe I could do something with the mobile version, but I'm not really a mobile version guy, but I guess
No, you're not.
I should not worry about what I want because Clash of Clans made gazillions of dollars ripping off Backyard Monsters completely. So Supercell, more power to you. But I don't know. I wish if I could afford maybe if I can get somebody on the hook and I can get them to give me a price, and if it's like $10-15. I don't have any Kickstarter money.
Listen, you ran out of that?
Oh yeah, years ago.
Okay.
You still got some? You still got some of that? You got a new floor. You must still have some Kickstarter money.
That's right.
I'm still living in the 700-foot square apartment, so I know I'm not doing shit. But so anyway, we had one more thing to talk about, didn't we?
Yeah, we were going to talk about Godzilla.
Oh,
versus Kong.
Godzilla versus Kong.
So that came out a few weeks ago. I think 3 weeks ago.
What did you say about the first? Now this was actually a part 2 to the other Godzilla.
Yes, what it was.
But you didn't like that other one, did you?
There was Kong, and then there was Godzilla.
Oh, okay. Now
Kong Skull Island or whatever.
Oh yes,
and then there was
Island.
And then there was Godzilla that came out. There were 2 Godzillas. There was Godzilla, and then the next Godzilla, and that's when Millie Bobby Brown from 11 from Stranger Things came into the fold.
Yeah.
And then now this movie, and I'm not sure how the timelines all mesh or whatever, but I've seen them all. But the strange thing about this movie is it was filmed a lot during COVID. And so a lot of the principal photography that had not been done yet so if you watch the movie, you'll notice that they film it in groups. They have this group of people that are together and this group of people did together, and these people never meet up until a certain point, maybe even never meet up. Millie Bobby and her group never meet up with Alexander Skarsgård, the doctor, and the little girl and whatever. So they never really get together. You could tell it's really it's really odd the way it's the same as Falcon and Winter Soldier. There something happened during the filming, and they had to change a lot of stuff in it, and so things didn't make as much sense. That kind of deal.
Right.
But they had this epic battle between Godzilla and Kong, and they called it they're the Titans, and apparently they're from a place called Hollow Earth. And King Kong, or they don't ever call him King Kong, by the way. It's just Kong.
Just Kong. Yeah.
He's not King Kong yet.
Well, because some king will probably get offended. That
probably.
You were misappropriating the stature
the word
of the king.
Exactly. So, anyways, he's from Hollow Earth, and they both. I guess they both are. But I don't know that if they ever said it or not, or if I'm supposed to know this. But it seems as if Godzilla is in charge of the oceans and the top of the earth, and Kong is in charge of Hollow Earth. That's inside of the earth now.
I didn't know this either. This was surprising.
They fought each other, and apparently they've been fighting. Their kin have been fighting each other for thousands or millions of years, whatever it is. Gazillions, and they met back. They automatically knew, hey, we're supposed to hate each other. They tell us that's not supposed to happen, in reality. Kids aren't born hating each other. But apparently Kong and Godzilla are. As soon as they saw each other,
they're both
I'm going to F you up. And then the other guy, he was like, oh, F you up. And then King Kong was like, bring it, brother. And so they fought and they knocked each other around.
Really?
And then all of a sudden, this big bad company that wanted to harness the energy of Godzilla to create their own Titan animal created Mechagodzilla.
Oh yeah.
And so Mechagodzilla comes up, and then what do Kong and Godzilla do? They go, yo, bro, let's knock the fighting off and let's go beat the crap out of that guy.
So what they do? Your enemy is your friend. That's what it is.
Yes, so they whoop up on Mechagodzilla, and then all of a sudden,
pretty badass though.
I know, but then they whoop up on him, and then the movie's over. They go their own ways, and it's
they
like
they were done.
I'm like, what in the world's going? Now, I will say it seemed very convoluted. It seemed kind of all over the place. And I think it's part of it is because they had issues with filming.
I think that they did the right thing, and they're trying to step away from the human element in these movies, because that's what usually gets it screwed up. Yeah. Is when you're trying to tell another story besides the story of, Godzilla's and Kong are going to kick each other's ass, and that's the part we really want to see. And we don't care about the rest of the story. It's whatever,
Yeah.
Yeah, her mom was terrible in the first movie, got killed. We were like, yeah, whatever.
Who cares?
But Monster Zero, he's a guy. He's a thing. And he, and they were trying to use him in this movie as well for power or something. I don't know.
Yes. Yep.
And that backfired. And there was a lot of backfiring, but I remember seeing something. I heard something on one of the news channels or whatever, where somebody was offended that the bad guy was a rich white guy. And I thought, every single movie ever made, the bad guy is almost always a rich white guy.
Uh-huh.
And if it's not a rich white guy, it's a rich some other color guy, because they're always... You can't do these kind of operations with no funds, man. You just can't.
You're right.
You can't do the... If you don't got billions... You can't be Hydra. You can't be, the Legion of Doom.
You can't build a mechanical lizard without money
that feeds off of the power from the center of the earth, unless you got gazillions of dollars. And I use the word gazillion when I don't even know how much money that is, because it
may not even be a word.
It may not be, but that's okay. But you guys get the point. It's a gazillion. Yes. It's a lot of aliens.
I got you.
Some kind of aliens, but. Yeah, these guys. Well, I mean, money, and billions is not really billions is almost a non-thing anymore. They're going to start talking trillions, everything pretty soon anyway. So, trillions of dollars, quadrillions of dollars, quintillions of dollars. That's all going to be normal to us at some point. Mm-hmm. Well, maybe not in our lifetime, but some of you younger folk.
younger
Which
bucks.
I looked at our analytics. I'll have to talk to you about that later. But yeah, we looked at our we actually have a 30-year-old audience is a big portion of our audience.
Oh,
30
wonderful.
years old. Interesting. That's
Listen
because
to
we
the
act
old
like
folks.
we
Listen
act
to the
like
old
20-year-olds,
folks.
so they watch us.
Well, I'm a middle schooler.
Yeah,
so.
that's true. But and I play and I play with computers all day. So.
And you play video games all the time, yeah. And you
Yeah.
live in your own basement.
Yeah, basically, this is where I'm at.
Kind of, yep.
On the second floor of my own basement. But yeah, so interestingly enough, I loved the movie, especially the fight parts. I didn't care about the human element as much.
No.
I loved I wish, Mechagodzilla could have been a little bit cooler, but I'm always rooting
they
for
ripped
the
his
bad
arms
guy.
off. They both grabbed him.
Was
Blah!
awesome.
And busted him.
I mean, but yeah, Kong and Godzilla, they're both apex predators. They're gonna be born to kill each other. Yeah. But that's the way animals work. In the animal kingdom, they're at the end of the day, Godzilla's a big lizard and Kong's a big ape.
Gorilla. Yeah, exactly.
Gorilla, yeah.
Big monkey. That's what they kept calling him.
Big monkey. He's a really big monkey.
Did you notice though when he popped his shoulder out, he pulled a Riggs from
oh yeah, he did that thing.
And he slammed it into the thing, which doesn't work. But he slammed it into and popped it back in.
But it was probably. I bet you that's an Easter egg. I bet you somebody. I bet you somebody will say that's an Easter egg from Riggs. Doing that.
What was that? Lethal Weapon?
Yeah, Lethal Weapon. Yeah. But yeah, I loved it. I thought it was great.
Yeah, no, I didn't dislike it. I just thought it was like, only thing that would have made it better is if the characters weren't CG and they were real like guys in suits running around beating the crap out of each other, like in the old days. Remember that?
Man, you got something wrong with you. There is they're never going to get rid of CG. That's never going to go away.
I know, but still,
you can't do a practical Godzilla and King Kong anymore, or Kong. Excuse me, Kong.
Kong.
Kong is King is is a profession, right? It's a job title, just like Cardinal.
Yes. So, but I think there's actually going to be another movie where he does
there's supposed to be another one. Okay.
But it may not be versus. It might just be a Kong movie.
He might just get promoted.
Because Godzilla's had a couple movies by himself, fighting.
Godzilla's king of the monsters, so Kong can be king of whatever other thing, king of the giant primates, king of the primates,
king of Hollow Earth.
Yeah, king. Oh yeah, there you go, king of Hollow Earth.
I think he's the king of land. That's what I think. And Godzilla is the king of water.
Well, I'm just wanting to see if there's more of Kong because they were saying there was more. Titans. So that his family might be down there, and that sparked a little bit of like, ooh, I want to see more of him. And same thing with Godzilla. I mean,
more of them.
Because Godzilla, there's still some that they haven't even shown that Godzilla's taken on in the past. So I'm looking forward.
Mothra. Oh, we've seen Mothra.
Mothra was in there. She's the queen of the monsters.
Yes.
But the turtle one, he used to spin around. He had the legs. His legs were jets. That guy, I can't remember his name now. What was the turtle one?
I don't know.
That was the most awesome one. I loved him. Yeah. And what was that? And the one that was in the first movie, but not Monster Zero, but is it Raiden or Raidon or
something like that.
I love him too because he's a bad guy, obviously. And I support those guys. I'm all about that. I support my bad guys. I love my bad guys.
I guess the reason why I hearken back to the days when I used to love Ultraman. When the big silver and red dude, in the TV shows, and he'd go, and he'd spray water on him, and he would grow really big. He'd be just a regular dude, then he'd grow really big, and he would fight and all that kind of stuff. And so I loved those things when I was a kid, and I loved watching them run around through cities. And I just want to ask you one question, okay, before we move on, and we're we're almost done.
Yeah.
But how much damage and how many people died in Tokyo? During the fight between
I know that was some serious collateral damage.
there was a lot going on there. Okay,
There was a ton of collateral. I mean, even in the original movies, there was like that too.
yeah,
But this was just, I was shocked that they did that much collateral damage now,
yeah,
like in a city, because there's no way they evacuated all those people.
yeah.
So I don't know.
How do you repair that? How much time does it take to rebuild that?
I mean,
You
all
know?
that rubble, it would probably take
Yeah.
it would take decades just to get rid of it.
Yeah.
You know,
I
and
mean, think
then
how long it took
rebuild.
for the World Trade Centers, to get that back
That was over a decade just to remove
Yeah.
that one building.
Yeah.
So
it's like you're talking about tons and tons. I mean,
you're talking about next generation stuff.
He just threw you into a building and you knocked the building over. Okay,
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
they threw jets and trains and anything they could get their hands on. They just started whacking people with it. Yeah, it was just it was crazy. And then the dude had an axe now, and I'm just like, Jesus, man,
an axe made out of a Godzilla
scale or something, wasn't it?
Like one of his fins on the back.
Not
him. A
predecessor,
a former Godzilla.
Yeah, Grandpa Zero,
or great grandpa, or whatever it is.
Grandpa Zero.
Anyways, I just thought that was funny. I was like, man, I mean, I can't. I know that your suspension of belief needs to go beyond. Hey, look how many people are going to die in this one. But that's exactly what all these superhero shows do. And the reason why there was the Sokovia Accords in Marvel and whatever, and them trying to control superheroes is because they didn't have any power when something went
collateral
wrong.
Damage, like
all the collateral damage.
The one with the aliens that came through the black hole thing and just wiped out New York for the 8 millionth time that poor city's been wiped out. And they just keep rebuilding it. I mean, nobody's gonna. I'm not gonna miss.
They rebuild it in a year or so, and it's ready to go.
And then it's ready, and then it's ready to be destroyed again by the next by kaiju or something.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the kaiju's come in, and all the
kaijus.
They send out the mechs.
The kaijus, these super giant things that destroy stuff.
Yeah. Kaijus are cool, man. But I root for the kaiju. I want to see them, tear up stuff. They're a little bit too dark. I mean, kaiju and what was that? Independence Day. Those aliens were they're a little bit too much. They're too dark for me.
Oh,
yeah. I didn't root for the aliens in that movie. I rooted for Will Smith.
Sure.
But Will Smith's a badass. If the good guy's badass enough, then I can switch sides.
Okay, there you go.
There's a line.
I understand.
Riddick. I love Riddick. He's an anti-hero.
Yeah.
And I like anti-heroes.
Right?
Who?
The Punisher.
Yeah, I love him too. Yeah, he's good.
Punisher,
I love the Punisher. Yeah, Deadpool. All them. I love them. I love them all. Yeah. But So anyway, that's what I think about it. I love watching Godzilla and Kong go at it. They were cracking me up the whole time because they're just like, let's pretend Kong's dead, and then they're like, how are we going to get him here? And then next thing you know, he's in a net and a bunch of helicopters. I'm like, okay, all right,
yeah,
okay,
I know.
Billions and billions of dollars that cost. It was a rich white dude. All right.
Yep.
They're all rich white dudes. Or, like I said, could be another color guy too, but mostly it's rich white dudes that have some sort of weird.
Well, this is a rich Asian guy, wasn't it?
No, it was a rich white dude in this one.
I thought it was a rich Spanish guy. Wait.
No. Well, he's still white.
The guy that was in Apex, the Apex guy.
Yeah, he was still a white dude.
Hispanic.
He was still a white dude. He you know what? He wasn't Captain America. He was a white dude.
I want to tell you that I'm not white. I'm kind of pinky colored. So.
Yeah, you're kind of pink. Yeah, you get a pass. You get a pass from me. Oh, Donna, you need to watch them, man. You got to watch those two kick each other's ass. That's amazing.
Godzilla.
But anyway, that's all I got for this one.
Yeah. Hey, I did want to say one thing. With all these movies and things that we, because we can't really go see movies, I've been kind of going back and watching some, a movie.
I've been doing that too.
A movie though that it's a recent movie, but movie that I went back and watched again because I love the book is Ready Player One.
Yeah.
And I went back and watched that, but it made me want to get the new book that Ernest Cline wrote, Ready Player Two. and I got
Oh,
the audio version of Ready Player 2, and I'm listening to it now, and it's way different, you know.
oh,
So,
really?
you know, if anybody wants to have a book to listen to or read, Ready Player 2, I'm about 3 chapters in, so it's interesting the way it's talking about the internet and virtual reality and what it does. I think
Yeah.
people. I think we might be not far away from what the technology that they're
Oh, I'm
talking
sure
about.
we're
You
already
know?
there in a lot of places. It's
Well,
just you and I are too old to
maybe not
notice.
quite as much with there he's talking about, but anyways, so yeah, I just wanted to say that's the book I'm listening to currently. I got done with all the Wars ones that I wanted to go through, and I said I'm going
You
to use
get
it.
on it, man. I want to see. I
Ready,
want to
Ready
see
Player.
some videos too, man. I gave you a capture card, so get
Gotta
it.
get. I mean, we're gonna get there, man. I'm gonna figure out a game to play. I don't know if it's Cyberpunk. I'm gonna figure something
You
out.
just got to wire it up. You're gonna have to wire up that video card,
Galact,
video
Galact,
capture card. But
Galaga. How about that? Remember that? Remember
yeah,
Galaga? That was my
Galaga.
favorite
Yeah,
game.
that's
I love
probably on
Galaga.
GOG, man.
It
Actually,
probably is.
I've got a little arcade version over
I
there.
know you do. I know you do.
Yeah, so I'm
Can you
ready
play
to
it?
go. A little bit. You know, the
Exactly.
problem I have is I can't see it very well. So,
I know. I know. You know why?
no, because
Yeah. It
because
would.
besides the cataract and my age,
There you go. That's probably right.
yeah,
Besides a cataract and your age,
there might be something
yes.
else going on down there. I don't know. I don't even know
Yes.
what's down there anymore. I haven't seen it in years. But
Yeah, that's okay. You don't
that's
need
all
it.
right. You don't need it.
Yeah.
It's overrated. Anyway,
Yes.
so guys,
Anyways,
thanks for coming out. We'll have some more new exciting stuff for you. If you want to check me out on the Twitch channel, go to twitch.tv Cardinal Fear, all one word, and you can check me out. My long, I think it was an hour and a half. I did a stream also on Facebook last weekend for about 2.5 hours. I was playing low level. I was playing more of a high level on Twitch, but I was playing low level on Facebook. And so if you want to watch some Cyberpunk, so you can see what I'm talking about, you can see that it's not that bad. Actually, on the Twitch channel, I did get to witness some bugs, which I thought was funny. I got to witness some cars like all of a sudden take off into the sky. That was fun. But you know, that stuff's funny to me. I always imagine it like you're in the Matrix, and then all of a sudden just something glitches, and then
glitch in the Matrix. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's basically how I look
Matter of
at it.
fact, they say that exact thing in Ready Player 2, the book. So,
Exactly. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if I saw that in real life when, you know, just driving to work and all of a sudden a car flew over the highway or something. I'd be like, oh, wow, that's weird. You know, I wouldn't even freak out now. But anyway, so yeah, so come check us out next time. I'm not sure what our schedule is right now. We're just kind of playing it by ear, but we'll let you guys know as soon as we know. Hey, if you like Twitter, I'm on Twitter again too, on Battle Vortex on Twitter. Started using that again. Trying to figure out. I'm also trying to learn how to use this stupid Instagram, and I'm still struggling with that one.
what are you, 45? Oh wait, you're almost 55.
Almost 55. Yeah, yeah. I struggle with it a little bit. I'm gonna have to get my nephew over here to teach me what the hell to do.
Yeah,
But
I have an Instagram. I don't do anything. I watch other people's stuff on it. I don't do anything in it.
well, see, I provide stuff for you to watch, so you should be following the Battle Vortex Instagram, and my personal Instagram. Obviously, my kitty cat's got her own page. Look up Mitzi the Huntress. She's got her own page. She's awesome. I got some pictures for her coming out for Jamie soon of her teeth that he likes to see. So
wonderful.
Yeah.
So excited for that.
Yeah. All right, guys, that's all I got. No outro this week because I couldn't be bothered to put it back.
To sing?
Yeah, just don't make that one noise that got me. I'm not putting this. This show won't be monetized. It'll be on my second YouTube channel that I just resurrected as well, which is also called Battle Vortex. But I got Battle Vortex channels up to Wazooty, man. Except for Twitch, because they won't give me my name back.
At least you have something up your wazoo. Does somebody else own the name?
No, they don't own the name. They own the channel that's got my name on it.
How do they own it when it was yours?
Well, it was mine, but I changed the name, and then I waited too long to change it back, and they took it. So they were like waiting. They were sitting there waiting.
Because they want you could buy it back.
Well, no, I can't really buy it back. I can't contact the person that's got it either. So
Oh, because somebody's got it though,
yeah,
but they don't do anything with it.
no, and there's no contact information. You can't. I don't know who's got it.
Oh.
So, but I did get back battlevortex.net. You know how many years
Nice.
it took me to get that back? It took me a bazillion years.
Was it a bazillion?
A bazillion.
Okay.
What's my word now? Yeah, gazillions and bazillions. So
Well, there you go.
those are my words. Those are trademark. Fear
Can't use them.
2021.
Can't use them. It's
No,
only you.
somebody.
Yeah.
Only, yeah.
Shoot.
Okay. If you use them, you got to join our Patreon and
There you go. Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I do have a Patreon now too. I hooked one up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I just need to
Nice.
find somebody that knows how to do some art, but I don't know anybody that does artwork.
See, I can do some stuff, but mine's all like I don't know how to do the real stuff. I ain't
See
that
what I'm
talented.
looking at right now?
Your cat?
No. Who's the guy in that panel right there?
No. I don't know. Who is it? It's actually this way now.
It's Jamie McJamie face. Well, on mine, it's pointing that way.
Yeah. What about him?
He knows how to do art, but he's like
Some
he can't be
art. I know how
bothered.
to do some stuff, but my problem is it's
He's a
all
liar.
font based. You know.
He's a
I'm a liar.
Did you see that sculpture back there? He's a liar. Did you see his Yoda that he painted? That was amazing. All right. Well, that's it, guys. We'll see you next time.
Kitty.
Don't pet
Hello, little
Yoda right
kitty.
there.
Hello, kitty.
Sicko.